Hey everyone, I'm Douglas W.T. Smith, author of Shadow of the Wicked, and thank you for joining me tonight. I'm just reminding you that my novella is due in just under 48 hours, and this live event with full of giveaways, free books. I just want to kind of throw them out at everyone that's participating because I want this to be a community coming together, asking questions, talking about writing, the process of writing, everything about it. So I just want to reward you with questions and giveaways and participating. So make sure you're a part of it. Links for the post, the Facebook and Instagram to get the Amazon $50 gift cards are below. If you want to ask me questions, I will have the live chat going, and the best question will get a free ebook copy. And so remember, there's 3 prizes to give away. The first is the Amazon $50 gift card and a free book. Then second is going to be an electronic book, and third's electronic book as well. So I'm just giving ebooks out everywhere because I want everyone to be involved in this community for this release date. So it's just less than 48 hours. Make sure you subscribe and put your notifications on, because it's something that I want you to be a part of and ask questions. So to kick it off tonight, I want to talk about the things that I've learned while I'm self-publishing my first book. So I spoke about in a previous video the difference between the gloss and the matte cover, but tonight I really want to talk about the importance of getting someone else to read your book, which is also called a beta reader. So you might not know what a beta reader is. A beta reader is someone that's willing to read your book and offer some feedback, whether it's in depth or just some light comments for free. There are paid services, but as a beginning self-published author, I kind of want to work out a cheap budget, but also get the best quality product as well. So I did a bit of a comparison. I used Upwork and Fiverr for paid services, and then I also used Reddit and got beta readers on both of them. And the difference between paying someone and a free one was enormous. The free beta reader from Reddit was actually so much more thorough and in-depth and not criticizing, but offering a lot of critiques to my work compared to the paid. And in hindsight, it makes sense because they only get paid once the job is finished, so they rush through the project as fast as they can so they can get that. And the feedback that's given, it was very shallow, and it was very positive. There was a lot of positive things about it, but if I wanted something positive about my work, I would have got a family member to read it. But with the paid services, I do want an in-depth critique of my work, and I feel like there wasn't much to offer from that side. But the beta readers from Reddit, and I highly suggest, and I'll put a link to the group that I actually used. It's just the beta reader group on Reddit, and that was phenomenal because there was also the option to do a critique swap, so I could swap with another author and make critiques on their work. And that process of getting another author and other readers that I don't have any personal relationships or connections with them to look at my work and critique it, it really brought out a lot of things that I just skimmed over because I'd been so close to my own work. And the best thing about the beta readers, so one of the best things is it was free, and 2, there's a lot of people in the same genre, because when you do approach it, you put up your synopsis, you put up a bit of a tagline, how many words, genre, and the people that are reading are going to be within your genre, and they know, I guess, the archetypes and the thematic tones that should be within the book. And those people that are reading those genres of your books, and it helps so much. And I actually had 10 people read my book and critique it for me, and there was a lot of different notes, but there was a lot of similar notes, and those similar notes were the big plot lines that needed to be changed. And so to get back to what I learned about this beta reader process is that having a free service where people can critique your work is something that I feel self-published authors should be using every time they have a novel to put out into the before they publish it, if they want to do it a cheap way. So as I said before, I used 10 beta readers, and there was similar things with the characters, the inconsistencies, the plot lines, those things that they didn't match up and they questioned, and those things really help me when I go back to my editing stage. I think I did about 5 or 6 edits of my book Shadow of the Wicked and you always edit your own book, but I felt like 5 was a solid number. 5 rounds of edits after I had beta readers read it. So that's one thing I definitely learned about self-publishing my first book, is getting other people to read your book outside of your family circle. And if you have any questions or you have any points about this, please put it in the comments below. Share it around to people that you think that might actually benefit from this, because I feel like a lot of self-published authors skip this process and they feel like they can edit their own book, and you have all this training in writing and reading, and you go to university, college for writing and editing, but when you're so close to your own project, it becomes so hard to be detached. You might be pretty stern with yourself and say that I can look beyond my own characters, my own feelings and attachment to it, but having fresh eyes really, really clarifies a lot of the things that you might think you know, but you don't, because that's exactly what happened to me. And I'm not saying that's going to happen to everyone, but that was definitely something that happened to me. For an example, I was referring to one of my characters. I was referring him to a her, and I edited it 3 times over before sending it out to beta readers, and I still didn't pick up on that. So it's just those little inconsistencies that really might affect the reader, like someone that purchases it once it is live. Those little inconsistencies, if you have one out of the whole book, bravo. But those little breadcrumbs that build up and up and up over, and a lot of inconsistencies that build up over your whole book, really affects your readership and whether your reader's going to finish your book, and then ultimately affect your reviews and future sales. So I think... yeah, so if you have any comments suggestions about this whole process, please put in the comments below, because I'd like to hear what other authors are doing in this process, whether they are paying for beta readers or whether they are using something else like Reddit, where there's this free service of beta readers that want to help these up-and-coming authors, or they are authors and they're doing the critique swaps. If there's something like that, please put in the comments below, because yeah, it's something that we can all benefit from. So make sure you subscribe down below, like, comment it, and stay tuned for the next thing that I learn self-publishing my first book.